Welcome to the Bregman Veterinary Group's Client Education Seminars. The topic for today's discussion is properly preparing a fluid administration set so that you will be able to give your cat, in particular, subcutaneous fluids at home. The first part of this video is going to demonstrate the proper way to set up the fluid administration set. And the second part of the video will actually demonstrate how you would administer subcutaneous fluids to your cat. So as we begin, the first thing is we need to know the products and equipment that are required to properly perform this procedure. The first thing that you're going to need is a bag of sterile, usually intravenous fluids. Those fluids will either be a lactated Ringer solution or normal saline. You will need a fluid line, and typically for our purposes we would like to use an administration set that is either 10 drops per ml or at most 15 drops per ml. You will also need an 18 gauge by 1 inch needle. Alright, so the first thing that we need to do is we need to remove the fluids from its packaging. The fluids are dispensed in either 500 ml or more typically 1000 ml bags. We are using an IV pole here. You can also use pretty much any household hook or mold a coat hanger to act as a hook for you, because you don't want to have to hold the bag while you're trying to administer the fluids. At this point, I will hang the bag from whatever utility I'm using. I will firmly grasp the bottom of the bag, and then I'm going to pull that plunger out. All right? This allows us access to the fluids. The next thing that we're going to do is open the fluid administration set. So this is our fluid administration set, and what we're going to do with this piece of equipment, first thing, is we're going to utilize this is basically an on and off switch, and as we're setting up the bag, what we'd like to do is roll that ball all the way down to the bottom so that the fluid will not run through the tubing. At this point, what we'd like to do is remove the cap from the end of the fluid administration set, and then we're going to grasp the bottom of the IV fluid bag and firmly and in a perpendicular fashion twist the administration set into the bottom of the fluid bag. We have now assembled both the bag and the line, and at this point what we need to do is prime the line with fluids so that we'll then be ready to go ahead and administer the fluids to our pet. The first thing you need to do is grab the fluid chamber with 2 fingers, and what I like to do is squeeze that once and it will fill with fluid, and then squeeze it one more time and it'll fill again with fluid. At this point, now what we would like to do is have all the air removed from the line. We have now filled the fluid chamber with solution, and now we're going to prime the line, which really means to remove all of the air from the IV tubing. So at this point, we're going to use our on-off switch, and we're going to go ahead and turn the line on. You can actually watch the fluid move through the line, and when it has bled and all of the air is out, we'll then go ahead and turn that off. And it should take just about that long. It is totally appropriate to have some fluid come out of the end of the tubing line. And at this point, we're now ready to attach a needle and then move on to the next step, which is going to be administering the fluid to your pet.